because Joel Embiid was, I guess he's been going at it now with the Sixers fans, and Phillies fans. I mean, they boo Santa Claus, they boo Mike Schmidt. I mean, it's a screwed up fan base. Okay, it's just a real twisted fan base. They win the Super Bowl, they completely destroy their city. It just you go with an opponent's jersey to an Eagles game, you probably will die, or at least you'll come out without an arm or a leg or something. I don't know. It's a bad place. I mean, they built the jail at Veterans Stadium for a reason. It was the first to do that back in the day. So we know what kind of fans they actually have when they've got a holding cell at the stadium, which is, I mean, that's all you need to know. And so Joel Embiid is kind of getting into it because they were booing him and all that. And he hit a go-ahead three, game-winning three, and he kind of said the shh to the crowd and all that stuff. And then he Instagrammed out the Black Knight quote. He goes, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain," right? And then he put hashtag the process and all of this. And, he tweets out, "I'm just trying to be a good a-hole." And not really, kind of dodging the fact that what he was really doing was taking a shot back at the Philly fans who, of course, can be jerks a lot of times. Now, look, Embiid is far from perfect. He's not the hardest worker out there. So there are times that those Philly fans, they have a legitimate gripe. Okay? I mean, they do. The other day, I'm watching him, and he's getting, like, some foot treatment. Did you see that scene? And he's eating a burger in the middle of, and it's like, and your conditioning doesn't look great either, that kind of stuff. Kind of reminds me a lot of Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was a guy that, like, never really took care of himself. Like, you watch LeBron, and you watch Wade, and you watch Chris Bosh, and you watch all those other guys that were taken in that draft, how they take care of themselves, they're cut up. And Melo always had like a little bit of a tummy. It really didn't really work on his body. You could tell he was not the guy that was going to be at optimum levels of conditioning. You know what I'm saying? And Joel has that issue. And I could see where people might be turned off a little bit because when you are gifted with that kind of ability, you yourself would expect so much more, right? Because when you're that gifted, I expect you to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When you're that gifted, I expect you to be Wilt Chamberlain, right? Shaquille O'Neal had these moments too, where he got fat, got lazy, did not work hard enough. Because again, you have that athlete that he's so gifted that he can kind of coast. You know what I mean? He can Lupe Fiasco on your ass. He can kick, push, and coast. Right? And Embiid is one of those kick-push guys. Carmelo Anthony, kick-push guy. Shaquille O'Neal, kick-push guy. A KPG. We got a new saying. We got a new one on the show. He's a KPG. That's the definition of an extremely talented athlete who doesn't work hard in his craft, but can get by coasting because they're that gifted. A KPG. How about that? A kick-push guy. Who else is Whiteside. KPG. Kick-push guy. That's there you go. Super talented. The good Lord blessed you. You don't work hard enough, but, you'll do enough because you can get by. So you're a KPG. How about that? We got a new one now for you. And so there's an exchange now, right? So he puts out, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Hashtag the process. Jimmy Butler responds, I know a place where villains are welcomed. Actually, he put villains are welcome. It would have been Jimmy welcomed, but that's all right. I know a place where villains are welcome. And then Embiid puts back, damn right, my brother. So Jimmy Butler, he is recruiting. He's tampering, but in a way that's completely indirect. You know what I'm saying? That you really can't, he could be, hey, I'm talking about Oz. I'm talking about heaven. I'm talking about, they accept villains everywhere. I didn't say Miami Heat. You didn't have to. So what do you think, Heat fans? Not that the Sixers are going to let him go because they got him under contract. They're going to sign him to a giant contract. And if they had to trade him, Miami would have to give up the entire team to trade for him. Then you got no team after that. It's Carmelo Denver. Remember? Melo wanted out of Denver, wanted to go to New York. He could have waited till the end of the year, signed as a free agent, go to the Knicks. No. I want my bird rights. You got to trade for me. So the Knicks traded all their players. And instead of him joining all those players the following season to have a really good team, he went to a team with no players because they traded them all to Denver. So Denver goes to the playoffs and the Knicks don't. But that was funny, that exchange between Butler and Embiid. Not that I think it will lead to anything whatsoever. But Lord knows Riley must love it. Because Riley and his whole love affair with big centers. So here's a guy that, although is Embiid a Heat guy? That's what you got to ask yourself.
I've been over here and I've been listening, and I would no, he is not at all.
So a KPG isn't a Heat guy, right? Because we went through it with Whiteside. So this is a guy, I got to be the a-hole guy. I got to be the fun guy. I got to be the serious guy. This guy's schizophrenic, Embiid. He doesn't know what he has to be, what he should be. It's really weird. But if he's KPG, isn't that your answer already? So Jimmy can recruit him, but is he really a Heat guy? So you're going to have Jimmy around for the rest of his career to ride his ass? I don't think so. That's the thing. KPGs don't fall in line with the Heat. This guy, can you imagine he would have to live up to the conditioning of the Miami Heat? I don't know. And think about this, ladies and gentlemen. If you trade for Embiid, I guarantee you Bam Adebayo has to be going that way. Where do you stand now? That's a good poll question. If the Heat had an opportunity to trade for Embiid, and Adebayo must be included in that trade along with others, would you do it? Because Bam Adebayo is no KPG. No. That's not a KPG. Check it out. Let's see what we got here. Talent wouldn't have lasted 10 years if he was running the Heat, Canes, or Dolphins. Being mediocre for so long, he should know himself that he's on a hot seat. That chair is on fire. Time for changes. I'm with you. Mike Mon says, we are getting Tua. All right, just get another quarterback because that guy's going to break down. He says, you are going to be disappointed then? I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm just expecting him to break down. So that's why I say plan accordingly. Get another quarterback. KPG, great, Big O. Thank you. All right. Jimmy is so funny, user Tom says. Let's see. Embiid, Bam, Butler, Robinson, none. It would be nasty. Yeah, but the problem is, user Tom, you screwed up there. You're not going to have that team. You got to give up a lot to trade for that guy. Bam would be included in that trade. It might be like Bam and Tyler Hero and a first rounder. The one you have this year, you trade it during the draft. That's what would happen. You would have to trade Bam, Tyler, and the first rounder to get Embiid. So that would be a problem. I don't think you guys would want to do that.
If they want just Bam, I don't want him. He's not us.
He's a KPG.
He's not us.
He's a KPG. There you go. KPGs don't fit, baby. They don't go. They're not the Heat way.
We just got rid of a couple of those, right?
Yes.
So now we're going to...
Dion Waiters, KPG. Whiteside, KPG. Yes. Those are KPGs. No doubt. I would go with that 100%. Can't disagree with you on that one.